All right. Game and Compute podcast. What's up? Um, so I've got a little good news. I don't even remember if I posted this before, but um, hydrating, and I made a nice smoothie. But yeah, let me just be quick about it. I'm gonna talk about how I kind of bypassed this VeRO restriction. I found a way. Now, I've been talking about this issue that I've been having since maybe November or October of 2024. It's now officially February 2025. Happy Black History Month. I don't, I, this was maybe 2 weeks ago now that I kind of actually posted. I think we're on our second week. This should be week 2 because I've had some products posted for like a week now. They haven't been taken down at all. These are the same products I've had taken down due to VeRO restrictions multiple times. Just like they're on what do you call it when it just like automatically, like once things time out, they automatically just repost. And so these products just repost and just keep getting taken off. And so basically, just to recap, and listen to all the other ones if you really want all the other details. I'm not going to talk too long on the other details. I am going to talk about some of the process. Actually, should I get the data? I think I need to get the data. I have a notebook with the information. Let me get the information so I can actually just like talk about the post in more detail. Shall return. Alright, so I have my notebook with the info. I'll get into that in a bit after I kind of talk about the recap. So when I first posted these products that are not name brand products, that are not duplicated or intellectually property theft of a major brand's beauty product, that major beauty brand decided that they wanted to tell eBay that I was committing intellectual property theft, therefore allowing eBay to use their VeRO restriction policy against any post that I had that looked I mean, I've described it multiple times, but basically it looked not fully similar to their item, but enough like it. It's an off-brand product, and they were saying that I guess once I got Better Business Bureau involved, there was some back and forth there, and I finally got an answer, and basically what they said in their answer was some BS kind of response about them. I think I read it word for word in the last post that I put up about it, but I hadn't yet posted anything on eBay yet. So basically it was saying that anything that resembles their product, they have the right to remove it. But I had noticed that there were other products that were being sold that were actually looking exactly like my product. It didn't look like the major brand's product. So I was like, how are they I even sent those links to Better Business Bureau and to their the infringement department of the major brand. And I didn't get a response through the major brand other than through Better Business Bureau's claims. And what they basically said was that they try to decrease the potential for disappointing customers, something along those lines. They don't want customers to be confused or tricked thinking that they're buying their product. Now, I didn't put their product's name. With all my edits, I eventually had listings that did not have the major brand's product name either in my title or in the description. I initially did say that it's like that product, but it wasn't. It would almost be like if you think about whoever first made the first fidget spinner. I don't know if it was like a brand name product, and then like how eventually you could get them at like 7-Eleven, or how like lightning cables are like a specific Apple thing, and initially you could only get them at like Best Buy or like major stores, and now you can get them at like the gas station. You know, like it's almost like that. It's like, okay, like there's a difference, but you know, I'm not even trying to fake and say that I'm that brand at all. I'm just doing my own thing. And so I don't think they have the right to restrict me because my products don't look like theirs. They're not the same shape as theirs. They're not the same color scheme as theirs. Their products have different features that mine don't have. And so I'm not really sure. Even the boxes don't look the same. The instruction manuals don't look the same. But the way I seemed to bypass this, other than the one of the initial, one of the posts that had my original pictures of my original box and the products, that one of them did sell, and one listing did stay up. And I'm not sure if they either missed it, or if I've talked about this before. I'm not sure if they either missed it or just left it alone because the price range was so low that like I only profited, what was it, like $1.39 after shipping and all that. And luckily I had a box, because if I didn't have a box I would have had to buy a box. And so and like shipping supplies, but we keep all of our old boxes from like Amazon and stuff, and I just repackage everything using their stuff. I just make sure there's no addresses or scan codes or anything visible so that it doesn't get confused or lost anywhere, and I take it to USPS and get it shipped. But I'm just using their boxes. I'm not like making a whole, I just use their boxes because they're free boxes and you can reuse them. So it's like, why not? We keep them. We keep enough of them on hand so that we can reuse them if we need to. And so that we're not just having to like go buy boxes, because we do kind of ship a lot of stuff here and there. But I'm not buying these things off of Amazon. I'm just using the boxes to ship when people buy stuff. So one of those did sell, and I can't tell if it's because the profit wasn't going to be enough. They just left it alone because they're like, this person's not going to make hardly any profit off of this. I can't tell any other reason, because the title, the pictures, the thumbnail, the description, they were all the same exact as all the other posts I'd put up. Just that was the lowest price point possible so that I would have some profit, but it's the lowest possible profit. So I cannot tell if it's that that's making it so that it didn't get restricted. Because it doesn't make sense, right? Like, why would all the other ones get restricted, but the one that's priced the lowest doesn't get restricted? I think that might have something to do with it, but I can't really confirm because I only had one that was listed at that price point, so I really don't know. But that to me was kind of a curious thing, because I'm like, this is weird. because weeks and weeks and months of reposting, and it kept getting taken down. Even when I got all the customer service avenues involved, even with Better Business Bureau involved, even with the VeRO department customer service involved. And by the way, the VeRO, I don't think those VeRO people really properly responded to me. All they said was, we can't really tell you the information. We can't tell you the information because it's because we think you're gonna go around, kind of like find some other method, which I guess I did. I mean, I didn't find a method to sell it yet, I'll be honest about that, but I found a method to keep the posts up. So this is what I did to put up the posts and let them stay, and they're so far not very restricted. And I did put multiple price points, multiple auction times, multiple, I think the shipping is going to be like whatever the cheapest ground shipping is from through USPS with tracking. But I'm not restricted. And some of them got more views than others. Some of the posts got more views than others. And I also put different rates for the promotion, for like the advertising. I played with those percentages. Some of them are higher, some of them are lower. Some of the price points are higher, lower. Some of them are priced really low. And okay, so what I did was I took a variety of screenshots of photos of the eBay products that looked just like mine that I had already sent through like VeRO and Better Business Bureau and to that other infringement department, trying to ask them why they weren't removing those links. I never got a response about those specific links, and I noticed this whole time, at least since October, if not even way before that, because I don't know how, I didn't really check to see how long they've been listed for. These products have been thriving online. Not only have they been thriving, the prices at which they are listed are almost double. I think when I first saw them, they were in like the $30 range, and I've seen some in like the $60 range now, and it seems to be the same people selling the stuff. But I missed Christmas, I missed the New Year, I missed Black Friday, I missed Cyber Monday, I missed all of that because of all this nonsense. I missed all of that because I did not know what to do. And in past days, in past years, not recently, but way back in the day, when I used to try drop shipping stuff, I actually didn't buy the products, and I actually would screenshot other people's stuff, and I would post those products as if they were mine. And so I do have I was initially, when I was getting all these VeRO restrictions, I was not wanting to do that because I felt like in the past I'd gotten products banned, and I think VeRO didn't even exist back then, or at least that's not what it said when you got an email back, but you would get something taken down or somebody would report it. Because I guess you could like reverse image search something, or you could figure out some other way to sell something. But I found a way to sell these other products. I think I was drop shipping the Zimbabwe $100 trillion banknotes. Some of them I did actually own, and some of them I drop shipped. And I don't remember what else I was drop shipping that got reported way back. This is like at least 7 years ago, somewhere around 7 to 10 years ago. It was a long time ago, so I don't remember the details, and I wasn't messing with eBay since then. And I've even tried with this project to even make new eBay accounts, and they won't let me. So I'm stuck with this same old eBay account. So that's why I was like, I want to be really cautious, because I don't want to get, banned off of eBay permanently, because this is the only eBay account that I have that's like working. And I can't create a new one. I tried, and then it got banned, and then I tried to reopen an old one, and they're like, this one's, canceled or whatever. They wouldn't let me, customer service wouldn't let me, and I'm thinking, like, why did they let me have this one? But it might be because it's under my store name. I don't really know I don't know why this one is different. I think I'm using my same phone number. Like, I've had the same phone number for so long, I couldn't really see myself using a different phone number. But I really don't know, guys. This is just so confusing, and I just want to contribute to the content on these topics, because I'm the kind of person that when it's like, okay, when money's tight, I try to, or when the economy's bad, or when it's like I've got financial goals and I'm like, I just want to try to reach it cent by cent even, I try to basically do what I can online, because for me, as a person who lives in Los Angeles, you don't have to deal with traffic when you're on the internet, like physical driving traffic. You don't have to deal with driving through the freaking freeway traffic all the time. You don't have to waste your gas. You don't have to wear and tear on your car. You can sit in your bedroom and do this, or sit in your house, wherever in your house, and get this done, and not have to worry about getting up and out and like doing all these other things where you can earn doing other stuff like Ubering, or like a lot of these like mystery shopper type things, but you have to physically go and do it in person, and which is fine, but it's like you're still driving your car and doing all that, and like that is another cent by cent, dollar by dollar kind of method. But the easier part about the internet, well, not even easier, but I guess the one thing I like about stuff that's just like purely online, other than the fact that I have to go mail something, but I live within walking distance from the post office. I'm less than like a mile. I don't think it's a mile. I'm like one light away from a post office. I don't even think it takes, it's probably like 15 minutes, 20 minutes. I don't even think it takes 30 minutes to walk there. Maybe 15 minutes or so to walk there. Maybe a little longer. But it's close. And so as long as something isn't way too heavy to carry, I can post something and sell it and carry it to the post office. And like, even if I don't want to drive or don't have a car at the moment or whatever to drive. So I kind of value internet because it makes it easier. To me, it's just more convenient. You can just check, okay, there's no sale, okay. Versus like Ubering, it's like, you can't just like sit, like, it depends where you live. You can't just sit at home and get orders. Like, they kind of send you to like some of the nearest spots. And for me, some of the nearest spots are stores. And I don't really like doing store orders. So I do have to, like, usually if I want to get orders, I have to leave the house to go get the orders. But you're not guaranteed to get orders. So I know the hot spots in my area where I usually get orders. There are like 2 or 3 locations where I almost, without fail, get orders within like 30 minutes. But you got to get up and dressed, and like, you got to be presentable. It's like there's a little bit of an inconvenience factor just to like maybe get an order. And there have been times where I've sat for almost like an hour and not gotten an order, and then you're still wasting your gas. Even if it is 1 or 2 miles away, you're still wasting your gas to go get to that area. And so you don't have that issue necessarily with the internet. You're just kind of sitting there, and it's like, if nobody orders, nobody orders. But, you can't like necessarily take your phone around town and with eBay and be like, okay, if I sit and like post up in this spot, I'm going to get more orders. It doesn't work like that. So if I compare like eBay to Uber, like Uber's cool, but it's like, Uber Eats is what I'm talking about. Uber Eats is cool, but you can't really just like get orders. conveniently, like, I mean, there's a little bit of predictability to it. If you live in a major city, you can figure it out. And I mean, I'm in LA. Like, if worst came to worst, I could go downtown, but I don't live near downtown. That's at least, like, it's at least 45 minutes away. Probably in rush hours, like an hour and a half away. It's like, I don't want to drive an hour and a half one way just to be driving all over the area and then drive all the way back. It's like, that's too much for, like, Uber. That's way too much for me to even try to, like, function. But, because that's ridiculous. But, and one of the Uber drivers had a good point. He was telling me he thinks his theory around why they don't give you orders near your home, and they usually kind of send you a little far away sometimes, or they don't give you rides near home, is because they know you'll come right back home. So they usually try to keep taking you a little more out of your area. Like, I'll notice when I look at my map and I'm in my area with Uber Eats. Sorry, this isn't really about Uber Eats, but when I look at my area on the map, there's almost never anything showing up in my area. But if I leave and go like 2 cities over, now all of a sudden there's orders in my area. But then, like, the map almost always shows that, like, all the hot spots are everywhere but where I live. And I know that's not true because, you know, I see people ordering Uber, like, pretty much almost any restaurant that I go to in my neighborhood for ordering my own, if I'm ordering for myself or my family or picking up for customers for Uber Eats, I almost always see other people waiting for Uber Eats pickups. And so I know that all these other places are doing Uber Eats, like the people are ordering Uber Eats in my area. They're just not always giving me those options. But I see it every time. Like, and when you're doing Uber Eats, you're not the only one doing Uber Eats. Like, other people are doing it too. And like I said, I live in a huge city, so it's like people are ordering all the freaking time. So I see that a lot. But I guess what I'm trying to get at is, like, it's good to have that avenue of these online sites to sell stuff on. I would say don't sleep on it, you know, don't sleep on it, because it can be money in your pocket, where you don't have to really leave the house. It's just getting harder and harder when you have all these other brands that are abusing the system and doing these VeRO restrictions when you have the right to sell your stuff. They're just making it harder for you, and you have to find these stupid loopholes, but you also don't want to risk your account by doing things that you already know is going to risk things for you. I know it's risky to take other people's photos and put them on an account. Because if you risk it and put it on there, somebody's going to be like, you're stealing my pictures. But it's like, yeah, I'm stealing your pictures, but it's like, they won't let me use my pictures. You know, with this specific product, I can't use my own pictures. Actually, I think one of the first customer service people who responded to me said something along those lines about, like, it's your photos. And I'm like, how is it my photos? Because they're my photos. I took these photos in my bedroom on top of this specific original custom-made blanket that nobody else would have because somebody in the family knitted this for me. It's a blanket that nobody has replicated exactly like this. It's not a brand name blanket or anything. And I took the photos on there because it has a nice design. And I posted those photos, and they're like, you can't post these photos. I'm like, why? They're mine. You know? And even when I look all over the internet, there are no other pictures that look like that. And so I wasn't understanding, but maybe they were saying I can't post those photos because I need to post the photos that look like the other ones that I kind of took off somebody else's, off of another eBay store where it was working out for them. Because their product looked like mine, but like I said, I'd asked multiple times to multiple different people, what's wrong? Why can they post? And I sent them the link, and I never got a response back about that. So basically what I did was I took a screenshot. I used like this image editing app on my phone. It wasn't Photoshop, nothing like crazy. I don't know if I used Canva at all. I think I did this all on my phone. I have this photo editing app where I basically cropped the pictures really tight, like around the edges of the box of this product. I noticed that they didn't have any pictures of the product. They had pictures of the front and back of a box. And it was all the ones that are selling have the same picture, front and back of a box. It's the same picture and a little bit of variation. And those are the only ones other than this major brand that are selling. And so I'm like, okay, I have this box, a little bit of a box, like get it's kind of at an angle, so I couldn't fully crop it. But like I said, I used multiple photos and posted and basically like cropped the box out of the picture. I went to this app called Jotnot. um, to my knowledge, it's free. I've been using it for like years. I use it for like scanning documents into my phone, so you can basically take a picture of anything and like save it as like a PDF or whatever. So I do it for like if somebody needs like a copy of some signed form or something like that. I usually use that so I can easily email. I can sign something and then email it to myself. I mean, nowadays you can kind of do that on, if you have like a touchscreen laptop, a lot of times you can just figure out, or a tablet or something, you can kind of figure out how to do the signature. But like way back, you'd have to get this specific like Adobe paid like software to like put a signature on something. But nowadays it's kind of easier to kind of get around stuff. You've got Canva, you've got all kinds of stuff that you can just like do whatever you want. But I still kept that because I still kind of use it here and there when it's like, oh, like I want to be in this program and this application needs this like copies of like what, like my driver's license. Well, I don't use it for my driver's license, but like copies of my like more like professional documents, like a degree or like transcripts, like school transcripts and stuff like that, where it's like it's just easy to just take a picture on your phone. But what I like about it is you can crop tight around the corners, but it doesn't have to be like a box. It doesn't have to be a specific square box. It allows you to kind of move the corners and manipulate the corners so that like if it's at like a weird angle in the picture, you can kind of crop it to look more, as long as it's like square, as long as it's like straight lines, like as long as it's like a square or rectangle type of shape, you can get in tighter, like more specifically on those corners. So I think I used the photo imaging app first, and then I opened these pictures that I had screenshotted and cropped to crop them even in more detail so that there wasn't like the background of like someone's house or bedroom or whatever was in the background of these boxes. And so I cropped those in with more detail. I went and kind of blurred some of the parts that were still showing in the background, or I whited out some of the stuff that was white but had some wording maybe that I didn't want. And I kind of blurred over that so that the colors weren't, like I blurred the color over it, or like erased, I don't know what I did. I basically made it so that the box didn't look exactly, like it doesn't say like the FDA approved or whatever, because I don't know if it is. And so I basically made it so that doesn't show. And then now my pictures don't look exactly like the other ones, but they're pretty much not my pictures. But the product that they're selling, as far as the descriptions I've read, they're all the same product that I have. So some reason these pictures are getting accepted, and all the other pictures they keep VeRO restricting everybody else's stuff. And so I don't know why. Every now and then I see like someone who's able to get away with it, but it sounds like mostly for me I was really having an issue, and they were kind of just coming after me, just like every single time I posted, it's like, here, it's taken down again. I check the next day, it's taken down again. And it might stay up for like a couple hours or something, but I'm like, something's on to me. Like, I don't know if they have some automated thing that's like looking on eBay, or some person that's literally going in there and doing it. But whatever it is, the communication between VeRO and other eBay stores like myself, they don't even want to share that information, and they won't even like give you that respect of like telling you what you did wrong or what you have to change. And they try to give you the runaround with the customer service, but the customer service is also not really telling you. Like I'll be like, can you look at the items and tell me, like when like before I took this other person's pictures, I was like, can you just tell me what it is? And I got however many different answers, where they said, change the manufacturing place, like change the picture, change. And I even told you guys how I put a picture up that didn't even have a product visible. It was basically covered in like a white kind of plastic wrap, and it just showed the little container that it holds the product in, and it just showed it wrapped in the plastic like new, just sitting in the container in the box. And that one even got restricted, and I'm like, you can't even see what it is, like how are you restricting me? But it's like, it's stuff like that where I'm like, how do you even know what, like I did variations before I went through this process of taking these other people's pictures. I did multiple variations before where I basically was like showing just the box, or just the information card that just showed like how to use the device, or just it was like either just the box or just the device, or just the device covered in plastic or whatever. And all of those got very restricted and taken down. So it's like you would think that like one of those would have passed. The only one that did pass was one that had all the pictures of my original pictures with the box, the product, the charger, the information card, all that kind of stuff. It had all those pictures, but the price point was low. So I think I don't know what to really think. And so basically I posted these up. If you're interested, I'll tell you what I posted them as. I'm not going to tell you the product at all. But, I mean, if you figure it out, you figure it out. But if you don't, I don't know. So I basically have a spreadsheet. I wrote out a spreadsheet. I'm drinking a smoothie. Sorry, guys. I'm kind of snacking throughout the day, and I made a smoothie between lunch and dinner because I ate a really, really light lunch. I was just going to have a banana, but I was like, let me just put this banana in a smoothie with some mangoes. Mangoes, Greek yogurt, blueberries, banana, a little bit of honey, almond milk. It's fabulous. So let me see. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6. I call it eBay tiers for auction only. So these are the tiers. I called it newly swiped photos after the Better Business Bureau result. And then, I put for myself which card I used because they charge a certain card. So I put this on a certain card because they charge fees, how eBay charges fees for your post because they charge you to post your stuff. So I think I might be wrong on some of the fees because initially it said $9 for the total of these 6 items. It was going to be a $9 total fee. And then for the total of these 6 items, it later on said $6 was going to be my fee. So I don't know if it's $9 plus $6 or just $9 or it reduced down to $6. Either way, I don't think I've been charged. And I haven't made any sales as far as I know. But, and I don't really have all the full stats. Okay. So basically this is what I put. I put, for one item, I think this was on the date January 26th of 2025. I put a 3-day auction. So the first two, they kind of look similar. The first two both have 3-day auctions for how many days they're posted. So that's from the night of January 26th of 2025. So these are over already. The starting bid at $3 for both of them. and I put the price, pretty much the price that it has to sell at is $17.95 for both of these. Neither one of them has a reserve. Quantity of one. These are all quantity of one. The fee for each one, $1 for one of them, $1 for the other one. Shipping is on the buyer. I used the ground shipping that was like $9-ish. The ad rate, so one of their ad rates was 8.9%, and the other ad rate was 6.5%. And the potential profit after the potential profit, I messed this up because somewhere between $5.39 would be potential profit for either one. But I don't really know if that's totally true because I crossed something out where it says ad rate. It looks like initially the ad rates were for 13.5% and 11.5%, but I think I came down from that because I wanted it to be lower. So the potential, about $5 for profit potentially off of those two. The next two, the only real difference for the next two is not how many days they're posted. Almost. Okay, so I'll go through the next two. This is kind of my form of like A/B testing, but not really. It's not like fully A/B testing. But it's like somewhat A/B testing. I'm still probably gonna change up some stuff again later on. For the next two, one of them is posted for 3 days. All from the same date of January 26th of 2025. And again, if they don't resell, eBay is going to repost for however many sessions they're going to repost. I forgot what that number is, but they're going to repost. So one of them's 3-day auction, one of them's 5-day auction. They're both having a starting bid at $25.95. There's no reserve price for either of those. Quantity of one. One of them cost me $1 of a fee. The other one cost me $0 of a fee. The shipping is at the buyer's expense. Same, all the shipping is the same for all of these. It's like the cheapest ground advantage or whatever it's called. Ad rate 15.5% for both of them. The potential profit is $13.39. I don't know if that's correct. One of them might be $1 less, because if one of them was free and the other one had $1, but I'm not sure on the fees. The fees I'm not sure about because it's not very clear to me, because it has changed since I've posted them all. So I don't really know what's going on with the fees. One of them was going to charge me like a $5 fee at one point, and I don't know why it was doing that. But I changed something and then it adjusted. But anyways, the next two, I'm tired, guys. I'm tired. I went out last night and partied it up on Friday night, and I kind of overdid it, but it was worth it. But I'm kind of recovering today, but I'm bit by bit kind of doing a little bit of light productive stuff. I'm trying to just catch up on a little bit of stuff here, which is where this podcast episode is coming from, because I'm sitting outside, chilling in the sunshine, recording. So I'm enjoying the sunlight, because we're having a nice, beautiful sunny Saturday over here in Southern California. I should have gone to the beach, but I'll probably go to the beach tomorrow. After dinner, I'm going to work out and kind of take a little walk. Okay, let's keep going. The last two, I can't read my writing too well, guys. I apologize. Uh, okay. The last two. One is 3-day shipping. One is 5-day shipping. They're both priced at $29.95. No reserve for either one. Quantity of one for each. One of them has a fee of $5. The other one, it said due to reserve. Initially, it had a $5. I don't know if this says 15 or 5 or $1.50. I don't really know what I wrote on this. Sorry. But due to reserve, it's got the highest fee. I think it was initially $5 because I had put a reserve price on it initially. But I think I went back in and edited and removed the reserve price. So I think when I edited the reserve price on this specific one, it changed. I think, and then I don't know what that says. I need to. It says something about account, but I don't know what that says. Anyways, shipping is at buyer's expense, and then the same ground advantage shipping. At a rate of 15.5%. Both of them have the same ad rate, same shipping. And then for profit, both of them would have a profit of technically $17.39. These are approximations because I didn't fully do the math on the ad rates, and I don't really know the specifics of each fee. I didn't go back in and adjust this, so I need to go back in. I'm going to basically edit this. I'm going to clean it up and edit it so I have all the numbers. But so far, I don't think I have any sales. But I do have products that are posted, and I'm willing to lose money on some of them, I guess. Well, to get a low profit on some of them. So basically, I put here that if I sold all 6 of them, my profit would be $70. And then I put these notes for myself: if $45 of the $70 recycles into buying more product, again, that'll give me a total of $25 profit off of the first 6 that are sold. And then I would say in approximately 10 days, for 6 items listed at a max of the highest price, if I listed them at the max of $29.95, then the profit would be $17.39, and then subtract whatever that ad rate would be. That profit would be $102, and then I'd have the option of either going back in and recycling that money into another phase with either spending $45 or $90 of the $102 to get profit off of that. So I'm trying to see like how this scales. It scales potentially at the highest rate, but I only did it for the highest rate. And I don't think I have any sales on it anyway, so it doesn't really matter. But I wrote it down just so that basically all I have to do now is go in and fill in those blanks with any other number that I put. And I might drop ship some items because these don't seem to be moving at all, even though I put in all this freaking effort. But I guess one thing that was interesting is most of them had no views, right? Most of them had 0 views on them. Let me look. Actually, now it looks like it's changing. But most of them had no views, with the exception of one that had 3 views and one that had 5 views. So I'm not sure if it's the ones. It seems like I wish I would have written this part down, because this would have been important to know. But I think the ones that are priced higher, I put a higher ad rate percentage. I put 15.5% for all of those that were priced in the 20s somethings range. So I think having a higher ad rate gets more views, but I'm not getting a significant amount of views, and I'm not getting any buyers either. I'm only getting like between 1 to 5 views. So I probably have to price these higher and then also put a way higher ad rate. I don't know if I can see ad rates of others. I don't know if I still have that eBay, whatever I paid for like a month of some eBay thing. I don't remember what it even was. It says an hour ago my credit card was just charged. So I think I just got the charge that I was saying that I hadn't gotten yet. But I don't know. If anything, at least I can track some analytics now. At least I've got some data to work with. I'm willing. I like I said before, I'm willing to sell these at a loss. It sucks. It sucks to have to do that if it comes to that. But I still freaking have, about 12 of these products, maybe 10 now. I don't remember how. I think I sold 2 of them, but not at any major profit. And so I think I have 2 still, 2 sold. But when I'm comparing these similar looking boxes to the ones that I took, it looks like somebody went and took my picture. People are catching on that you can only sell the certain pictures. One of them selling at $65. One of them selling as a new open box at $28, and it's a different color. One of them selling at $62 by a different person. So there are 3 of us selling them. Other people are selling them at such a high price. I think what they might be doing is putting a really high ad rate. But when you have a high ad rate, that means they're going to take a lot of your money. So I might have to risk a little bit and put a really high price for a really high ad with a really high ad rate, and that's going to take more fees from me. I think even if it doesn't sell, I think they take the fees, I believe. The other fees, actually, I guess if somebody hasn't been following this, or maybe if I don't know if I mentioned this before, but for the old post that I put up where I was still getting VeRO restricted all the time, they actually refunded me that money every time. They never took out the fees. The eBay refunded me for each one of those. Like pretty much when the auction would have ended, they just put the money back and they never. I don't know if they took the money out and put it back or what, but they never charged me. So I'm in the process of researching some drop shippable products. It's just so tiring. It's just so tiring. But I don't know. I'm kind of interested. I don't know if I would feel comfortable listing my products at like $62 to $65. But it seems like other people are listing them at that rate and they're having success. Let me see if I can see. So this $65 one, does it show how many people have purchased? Oh, they also have a 2-year protection plan. 99.5% feedback. This one's trending. 11 have sold already. 45 people are watching this. So they've already sold 11 and there's 7 available. And theirs is also unbranded. But I can't see, it doesn't show the data of what their ad rate is at. That's kind of private information. I think it's not going to show that. But they have good reviews overall. Just basic reviews mostly. Okay, so that's one product that's selling at that amount. And like I said, it's only the front and back of the box. And they cropped out the pictures too. I can tell by the way their pictures look. And they've already sold 11, and it's selling at $65. But they aren't using auction. And they have 9 viewed in the last 24 hours. They're not using auction. I don't think I have the buy it now option available for myself. I think I only have auction available. Let me see the other one. The $62 one. So the $62 one has front and back of box and 2 photos showing the product on one side face down in the box, the product in the last picture face up outside of the box. Another 2-year protection plan for $6.99. They add that. New condition 1 available, unbranded. And I don't know if it says how many are sold of this. But overall, this seller has a lot of feedback. Overall, it says they have 757 items. It doesn't say. Okay, it doesn't say. When I'm scrolling through these, I'm using my phone, so I don't really have all the full access here, but to all the details. But yeah, it shows some of the stuff that they have to sell. It looks like they've got one of these products, but otherwise they're selling a variety of other things. Jackets, it looks like they're selling a lot of fancy looking kind of jackets. And this is one way you can research stuff, guys, is if you already have products and you're selling products and you see that other people are kind of selling the same thing, you can still go through their variety of products and they might be selling other stuff that looks like it's selling. This person is selling a variety of, looks like fragrances after the jackets. They have, I don't know, gardening kind of tools. Outdoor wear. They have a lot of stuff on their store. It's like a variety of stuff, but there's a lot of overlap kind of with these categories that I'm saying. A lot of it's beauty products, a lot of it's like outdoor wear, like winter wear type of clothing. But they don't have a lot of some of their stuff that they're selling is branded though. It's major brands. But they have 6,692 items of feedback that's been left. So they've been selling a lot. They just have one of these devices, it looks like. Does it say how long they've been on eBay? There's only one person looking at this device. It might be me. I don't know. They joined March of 2017. They have 99.5% positive feedback. So they joined March of 2017. Now, feedback also goes a long way. My feedback, I think I only have 2 feedbacks, I think. From one thing I sold like absolute ages ago, and then another thing that I sold on here in 2024. I haven't really sold a lot on here. But at least this post is up. So at least we have something that's up. I have another product that I'm selling too. It's an electronics product. But none of those are sold, and it keeps getting views, and nobody's buying it. So I don't even pay attention to that one. But it's like an electronics accessory. It says I have 65 unsold. I have 8 active, 65 unsold. But the 6 that I told you guys about are the ones that I have active for myself. of this specific project, and then the other two that make up the total of 8. The other two are something else. And okay, so yeah, I don't think, what's my percentage? It doesn't really say. Well, it says 100% positive feedback. I do have something from like absolute ages ago that was not positive feedback, but that was so long ago, maybe they don't even care. That might be affecting my views as well, but I don't really know. I don't really know for sure. So what I'm gonna try next is maybe drop shipping some products, posting some drop ship images. It's gonna take me a little while to kind of look at the images more and make sure that they're not duplicated or too duplicated to the point where I can't really sell them. I don't want more problems on here than I've already had, and I really don't want this account getting completely restricted or taken down. I've already played around with it enough. But these, I mean, I'll probably keep them rolling for a while. I mean, it's probably costing me about $6 a week, so I don't really think it's a good idea maybe to have them. Actually, I don't know. Let me see how much they actually charge me for this stupid thing. For all these posts. Let me see if I can figure that out. I put it on a card that I don't really use for much of anything else, so I can keep track of it easily. So there's nothing else coming out of there. It's all going to be just like eBay fees. I have another account that's for all online sales, but this is just going to be eBay fees specifically. I don't really. Does it show? I'm not familiar with this card. Transactions. Alright, so it shows that the transaction just posted. And what they're charging actually is a lot more. Yeah, it says pending purchases are usually complete in 1 to 5 business days. So I don't know if I'm really going to keep this card on file, because I don't really like it when things don't come out right away. eBay is actually charging me $13.95. So that's no bueno. So yeah, they're charging $13.95 for all these posts that nothing sold. So if I'm losing money on these, I'm probably just going to take them down, in all honesty. But I just wanted to show them, to talk about them, and I wanted to kind of see at least a week through, because these have been posted since January 26th of 2025. So far this year is somewhat more successful than last year, in that I found a solution to last year's issues. I'm not getting sales. I spent more money than I made on this specific project. I'm not really getting the views I want either. I'd like to figure out how come one person has sold 11 and I have sold 1. The one that's selling the most is the one that's priced at the most expensive price point, and then the second price point, they only have 1 available. So I don't think, and I don't know, they might have sold more in the past, but that the way their data's set up, you can't like easily see it. And I think I did pay for that data. I can't remember what it was called. Like eBay has this like SEO thing or whatever it's called. I don't know if it's SEO. They have it's like a monthly subscription. I wanted to track the data on that, so I have it on my. I think it'll look better on my laptop. I want to see if I can pull anything from that because I don't think I've had it for a month yet. Oh man, maybe I have. I don't remember. I'm so all over the place with this stuff because it's hard to really keep up with things that aren't really working out. I don't really work on it every single day. Like I have other stuff I have to do, so I'm like, okay, well if this isn't making money, let me not like keep on, trying to like put money in places that are losing me money. I've already lost enough by buying the products, and now eBay charges for every stupid thing. But maybe if I put the ad rates back low, it won't charge me. Because some of them didn't have any fees, so I'm gonna see what I can do to edit things to make it so that maybe I don't get a charge. Because $13 is already a lot. $13, $14 is already a lot to be losing on something that I just literally. I was hoping for sales, but I just literally wanted to track data, and now I have some data to work with. I'm gonna dive deeper into everything. Maybe look more at these other people's descriptions. I know I don't have any protection or warranty. I have an option that's not for refunds. My option is for returns. You can return and get a replacement, but I don't really like doing refunds because that is, I don't know, that might change things if I do say full refund. But it's like if you give someone a 30-day refund and you're trying to use the money quick, the earnings quick to recycle back into, the next phase of a project, it's kind of hard. Then it's hard to do that if you have to wait 30 days basically to see if somebody's gonna like hit you up for a refund. But I think eBay will refund them anyways. I have money places. I just don't want to be like, because people abuse these systems, and it's like they can get something, say it doesn't work, even if it does work, or they can break it, or they can use it for whatever they want to use it for the weekend or whatever, and then return it. It's like, we all know how people use Amazon Prime. Like, I don't want people using my eBay store that way. Just to like, I'm not selling Halloween costumes, but I've done that before with Amazon Prime. Used the Halloween costume for half a night, and then returned it because I was like, I don't need this thing. Like, I'm not gonna like keep it. I'm never gonna use it again. Like, it's a waste of money. It's not something I ever want to wear. So I just returned it. And it did have something missing. So I'm like, well, it had something missing. But I think what I did is I bought two of the same product. Or one product. I don't remember what I did. I got two in case one didn't fit. And then I think I said one didn't fit because it didn't fit. It fit worse than the other one. And then the other one had like something missing. I think it was like a what do you call that thing? Like a Grim Reaper, like the black like hood with the robe and like that weapon looking thing, a scythe or whatever it's called, and it didn't have the belt, so I basically had to take like a rope from my bedroom. I have just like spare like tools and craft products and stuff, and had to take a rope and just tie it around my waist. But I was like, oh, it was missing a belt, So I basically returned both of them. I guess rightfully so, but I did use parts of both of them for that night. It wasn't Halloween, it was like somebody's wedding. They had like a costume party for their wedding. And so I just wore that, and then I just was done with it. Sorry guys, I am so tired. I'm like yawning. I did not sleep good at all. But I do want to kind of get in some kind of workout tonight, and then I'm gonna hit the ground running Sunday. I just, Saturdays are my relaxing day. Um, I just want to kind of chill, but I just wanted to post an update. I mean, to me, this is some kind of forward movement, even though I'm losing money on it, but whatever. But there's some kind of forward movement at least, to the point where I have some data to work with now. I have the option either to kind of change things up in one way or another, see if I want to keep dealing with this product or not, see if I can find a way to post it so that it's not costing me every single time, costing me money for things that aren't selling. And then just kind of like getting on with things. But for now, that's all I've really got to say. I'm still working on this a little bit, and then I'm gonna see what else I can find out there. I'm gonna be in the research phase soon to kind of research some new products. Now that I've kind of like at least found a method to keep these posts up, and there's a little bit of eyes on them, but not enough. Not enough to really think that I really want to invest way too much more time and effort into this specific product at trying to make like way too much profit. I might give it like till the end of the month or something, because it's a new month of February. This doesn't seem like something that would be Valentine's Day worthy, but Valentine's Day is coming up, so keep your eye out for Valentine's related products. You might be able to find something, or you might be able to make arts and crafts to a point that you can actually sell something of your own. But I don't know. I don't know if that's going to be possible. We'll see. I have a product idea that I want to make, but I don't want to talk about it on here. I might. No, I'll just have to find a way to kind of talk about it appropriately, because I think it's let me put it this way. It would be something romantic, bedroom related. And I think that it might, I don't really talk about that kind of stuff on here. And I don't really know if I'm allowed to talk about specifically what it would be, because I think it would be, I don't know. I don't think YouTube would appreciate it. I'm pretty sure about that. YouTube was not going to let me post about it. Spotify kind of lets me get away with a lot, but YouTube, I learned my lesson by getting a whole YouTube channel banned already, so I kind of don't really want to mess with them too much. They're bullies. But yeah, don't let people bully you on the internet, man. Like, I mean, is that the right word? I mean, there's cyberbullying, which I know it's a serious thing, but, I'm not saying anybody's, like, doing anything like that, but it's like when you're trying to make money and do stuff online and you're not doing anything illegal, and then you have platforms or different restrictions processes in place, or other brand companies kind of coming after you, and like there's no protection from what they say. They just call the shots, and then they can get your stuff restricted just because they can. It's happening left and right nowadays, and that to me is a form of bullying. Maybe I'm not using the right term, but it's like they're basically doing something to try to maximize their sales and put your sales down, even if you're not doing anything wrong. Like what I said, I'm not doing anything wrong. I did not steal their intellectual property and try to sell it. I didn't remake a product based on them and say that I'm selling their brand or anything like that. It's just an off-brand product, and they don't want me to sell it. But they let me sell one of them that barely made $1.39 profit. So, whatever. But I think stuff like that might put you at risk with the algorithm and stuff too. Your items might not get in front of more eyes if I've been getting restricted for months, so why would the algorithm automatically be like, oh, well, you can sell this now, like, go ahead and sell this one now, like, we'll let you. And it's not free. It's not free to post all this stuff all the time. Like if you kind of increase the ad rates, it's no longer free. So you have to pay for the advertising, and you also can't even like brand. Like you can kind of, I've kind of branded the store as much as I can on eBay, but you can't fully like do what you want. You can't make like your own individual store. You still have to go through the platform, and you can't really like fully put like all the stuff you want. Like if it's video footage, they didn't let me put the video ad up. It kept getting taken down. So it's like stuff like that where it's like, or you can pay $40 a month for Shopify, which is outrageous. It's like, you know, at this point, it's kind of hard to really find, a lot of, it can just get really discouraging, and it's a lot, you put a lot of effort into stuff, and it can be a lot to kind of try to deal with this nonsense. This isn't my bread and butter, but it is, a side hustle that I've depended on for years, and it's sad to see it kind of changing in a way that's really not fun anymore. It's like, usually it was like fun to go online and like check and see, like, ooh, let's see what progress. It's like now it's like fiddling around and trying to make sure that like, arguing back and forth with stupid Better Business Bureau and all this other nonsense and claims and everything, and it's like, I spent more time on this case related stuff than I even spent on actually trying to like figure out how to sell things. I just wanted to have them posted, and I'm wondering, is it worth it? I mean, I did it in a way. I almost did it for the content just to see if there was a method. I'm like, let's just track this process and see. And I'm glad that at least, I did get, posts up, but I don't know. Was this worth like almost $14 in multiple months? And the money that I've already spent on the products themselves with all the shipping and handling and to get to me and the purchase of the products themselves. It's like I've spent a lot of money already, not a whole lot, enough that I was willing to lose, but it is a lot of money that I was expecting to make back pretty quickly and wasn't really able to do that. And I was not expecting things to go like this. I gotta be honest. It makes me question the value of even using eBay. I want to give it another try with another product, but I don't really want to use my own products right now because I don't want to risk buying something else that does, like I'm saying, it does have proven sales. And before the holidays, this product was selling like crazy, but I think now it's selling more on Amazon than it is on eBay, and so I think things have shifted over. And like I said, people are selling it for double the price now on eBay than they were on eBay before. The same sellers I've been tracking all these months since like October, when I was comparing my listings to theirs, and I was barely undercutting them by like $5, $2, or staying at the same rate, or like posting like a couple dollars higher than they were, and my stuff was just getting restricted, and now theirs is at like 60 something dollars per item, and like they've sold at least 11, and it's like, and they've gone up in price, and they've sold a lot. So I'm like, man, that's crazy, they're gonna make over $600 on this. And is that the right math? Yeah, they're gonna make over $600. And probably closer to like 700 something. I don't know what the cost is to them. Like, I don't know what the profit's gonna be, but I mean, I could have made half that. I could have made like 350, ish. If that was my situation, I could have made about 350 off of this for one cycle, and then that's not counting, the next phases when you're like putting more money into like buying products and stuff like that. Like, But yeah, at any moment, we've learned in 2024 and already in 2025 that anything can get taken down. You know, I'm not even messing with TikTok Shop anymore because they when they took down TikTok, even for those few hours that day, I was like, screw this, man. Like, I'm not even gonna mess with this thing, cause like, I already got. I think I talked about it on here. I already got, you know, a violation on there, and then I didn't know that the ticketing process, they only give you a few tries, and then I went through the ticketing process, um, and by the time I got to the end of the ticketing process, they basically told me that I couldn't use that account anymore. The account got banned because I put in too many tickets trying to get an answer to the violation, and then I later on found out that it was only because I put that the item was silver. That was the only thing. It wasn't silver precious metals, it was silver color. And I just thought it was silver because it was glossy. Gray to me is gray but not glossy. When it's glossy, it's silver, right? It's like there's a difference between silver and gray, but I just changed it to gray, and that was the problem. It's like, come on, man. Like, they need to stop using robots and use like humans to like read with their eyes and their freaking brain and be like, oh, this person's selling a freaking plastic thing. It's plastic that's the color silver. And I even put color silver, you know, and they still gave me that violation, and I didn't understand that. And it's like, you know, you're at the mercy of these stupid platforms sometimes, you know, and it's really frustrating. You know, I don't mean to be like negative and ranting, but it's like, you know, when I try to do these projects, the point isn't really to have content to rant about and to be ranting and raving and like complaining on the internet. The point is to sell it at a profit, you know. And I've done it before, but it's like it's never been like it has been in the past couple years, where it's like, what is going on? Like, it's not that I don't know what I'm doing, it's just that I keep coming into like road bumps everywhere, and it's really annoying. I get really annoyed. This is really annoying, guys. This is like one of the most annoying things. But I'm like, at the very least, I feel like if I can't sell anything, at least I can get content out of it for like helping other people troubleshoot their issues, hopefully, you know, and just calling out, you know, what these other places are doing, and put eBay and all these other platforms on blast and be like, hey, you guys are messing this up. You guys are like, you know, bring some awareness to the fact that these people are, you know, they're kind of involved in a corrupted system, and they're not, you know, they're using robots. A lot of this, I think that's why the problems are coming up, is because they're not using humans. Because every time I've talked to customer service, human representative, either by phone or typing to them back and forth, they've been able to kind of look into things, and they're like, okay, they looked into it, but, you know, some of them thought they had solutions which never ended up working, and then other ones, at least they looked into it. But it's like they're the ones looking into it, and, you know, they should have been the ones looking into it in the first place. It shouldn't have been robots making it so that customer service has to go back in and like do this, you know, and try to like figure out things, and then they kind of give you the runaround because they don't even know what's wrong. It's like, or they can't tell you. How can there be a restriction process that's so secretive? Like, why can't customer service tell me what the VeRO restriction says without regurgitating the same information, and I have to go through Better Business Bureau to freaking get somewhat of an answer, and then find this other stupid way of going through it by stealing other people's pictures so that I can at least post a product? I mean, this is stupid. Why can't, you know, it's like, I have products that I can legally post on my own with my own photos, and they won't let me go that route. It's like, this is stupid. I know I'm doing nothing wrong, but, you know, if they want to play this game, I'll just put them on blast on the internet if that's how it has to be. Like, you know, raise awareness to this stupid problem. And I don't really even care at this point. I'm just like, it's messed up. It's messed up, you know, and it might actually be like potentially messing things up with the algorithm too, because it's like I'm pretty sure that they're not going to keep letting you get restriction after restriction for multiple months on end, and they're not going to like make it so that eyes don't get to your stuff. More likely that other people aren't going to see what you post because you're kind of on their bad list now. You're on their naughty list, you know? Like, and I've done nothing wrong. Like, I literally went the correct route and actually purchased the products and waited till they got to my house so I could take the pictures, because I thought that if I stole the pictures first, I was going to get banned in the first place, because I did that before and got banned in the first place when I used to drop ship stuff. And so I'm like, well, if you have to go to that route now of taking other people's pictures and editing them and doing all that nonsense just so some major brand's robot can't like crawl your site and like, you know, take your stuff down inaccurately, take your stuff down, and eBay doesn't even protect you even when they're literally having customer service representatives back to back to back every day or whatever, or every couple days talking to you, literally talking to you and looking through your case and not giving you an answer. I mean, this is ridiculous. And people are like, oh, I like AI. Like, really? Like, this is what we're going to get. If you keep relying on AI, you know, this is what AI looks like. There's another side to it that's dark, that's not helpful, and it's not going to help all the time. You know, it's faster in some ways, but this process I would not call fast. October to January is not fast. And no, I wasn't working on this every single day. You know, I went hard some days, and then I took weeks between because I just needed to. But, you know, this is what AI looks like. For people who want to see a bad side of AI, I'm pretty sure there's some kind of bot up in this that's doing all this. And maybe not. Maybe these people have like individual hired people that are going through and just like restricting everything. That's possible too, but I strongly doubt it. I think that they're able to find items using a bot and getting them flagged, and then they go in and check it, and then they send it to eBay. And they probably put certain parameters that they want this bot to kind of like look for. And I think one of mine flew under the radar because the price rate was too low that they really couldn't care less. They're like, who cares if you're barely making any profit? We don't really care about that one. So they let it fly through. That's my best guess. Or maybe if it is a human, they just missed it. But I'm like, well, how come you didn't miss? How many did it say? Like 60 something? Like, how come it didn't miss 60 something posts? It's 60 other posts, you know? It's like, that doesn't make any sense that it would miss one out of like 60 something. It's like, this is ridiculous. But let's hope that I can at least, it sounds like I can move forward from this. At least I found at least a temporary or a current solution. I just don't know if I want to be dropping like $13 a week or $13 or however many dollars on posting stuff on eBay now. If I can't get eyes on my products, I don't want to spend more money to still have no results that I want. The only results I'm getting right now are collecting data. And that to me, I need to just evaluate for myself how much that's worth. I don't know. I think for 1 week, $14 is worth it. For a second week, $14 is not going to be worth it. So I'm going to go in tonight and like, you know, adjust some of these, some of the listings that are charging me fees, so that I don't come out another week later, you know, getting charged again. And then, this actually might also be a fee for their that service I said I was using, that analytics service. So I need to go and see what they're charging me for. It might not even be because of these listings, but like I said before, the listings were $9, and now then it went down to like $6 for the fees. So I don't really know. But I do want to try and drop ship some stuff, and I do want to try and create an original product to sell for, I probably can't sell it on eBay, but maybe I can sell it on eBay. I want to create an original product to sell. I think eBay would restrict it because they're kind of like, I don't know. Maybe they won't restrict it. Sorry, guys. More sirens. Gosh, that was like three trucks. Hopefully wherever they're going, the people get help fast, and they will be fine afterwards, hopefully. This is the 6th one today. I've been chilling outside since about 1 o'clock or so. I don't even know what time it is. It's probably about 4 o'clock right now almost. So I've been outside for about 3 hours, and within 3 hours I've seen 6 sets of sirens drive past me. I mean, we live right near a fire station, but still 6 emergencies, 6 local emergencies. That's a lot within 3 hours, you know. But alright, guys, I've got other stuff I need to be productive with. But I'm glad to at least have something that hopefully helps some of you guys out there. I really don't know. I'm glad we have some kind of answer. I know I ramble a lot, but I figure if I'm not posting all the time anymore, I want to make these longer and more detailed so you can go step by step. I don't have the energy really to be doing videos, I'll be honest with you. I know if I start doing video content and start doing videos and editing everything and doing all that whole thing, it's just not my thing right now. Podcasting keeps it quick and dirty for me, and even though these episodes are long with me rambling about a bunch of stuff, it's faster for me because I don't edit them anyways, and so I just save it and then post it when I'm wanting to post it, and then, or when I remember to post it, and then moving on. So I don't really want to take too much time from you guys, but I hope that I stay on topic enough, and I hope that I'm providing enough valuable information that at least people are able to kind of get some kind of solutions for yourselves. I wish there was a way that you could go into the back end of your own eBay store and make it so that bots get blocked. I mean, I don't even know if that exists, but maybe there's some kind of like plug-in you could put on your, I don't know, on your browser or something that I don't even know what you could do. Some kind of like weird like VPN type thing that kind of like shields you. I mean, I don't know. There's got to be something out there maybe, or somebody make it. If it doesn't exist, make it. I don't even care if this isn't something like, make it. Even if it's my original idea, steal it from me because I'm not going to do it anyways. Go and make this for us so that we don't have to deal with this nonsense, because we're not protected, you know. It's a corrupt system, and it's being abused right now, and I'm living proof of that. Multiple people are living proof of that right now, so and a lot of people have it worse than I do. I'm kind of just screwing around, but I'm pretty sure there are a lot of people that, like, this might be their bread and butter, and I feel for those people more than I feel for myself, but I'm annoyed enough as it is. So let me get off of here and stop rambling and saying that I'm going to get off of here. Thanks so much for listening. Bye.